Okay, Brooks, go ahead and have a seat for me.
Okay. Awesome.
So, it's been a whole week since our first session, and last time we did your substance abuse evaluation and just started to get to know each other a little bit.
Right.
So, tell me what's been going on with you this week.
Well, this week I went to 3 parties this week, actually. Yeah. And I don't know. I didn't do anything in 2 of them. So, and one of them, I had a few drinks. I didn't drink a lot. You know, just a few, like 5 or 6. But that's all. I only had 6 drinks, and that's it. And then the other 2 parties, I didn't do anything. I just turned it down, you know?
Well, that's good that you were able to turn it down the other 2 times. When, in the scenarios, did the party where you did drink, when did that happen?
I mean, it was, it wasn't right off, you know? Like, oh wait, are you asking like which party of the 3, like in order? Oh, okay. It was the second party. Yeah, it was the second party, and like I said, like we were, you know, first party where everything looked great, like I was just dancing, having a good time, like listening to music, playing, there's video games and stuff, and then the second party, I mean, there's this girl I really liked there, and she was drinking. She offered me a drink like an hour into the party, and that's when I took a drink, and then I felt like there was no going back from there anyway, so I went on to drink some more.
So, kind of like, oh, I already messed up, so it doesn't really matter.
Right, like, you know, like, you break the law, you know, misdemeanor's a misdemeanor. You know, you break, you know, it's already done, so I might as well just delve right into it.
Okay. So, how did you feel after you had started drinking?
Good. I was getting intoxicated, you know, like, you know, I was having a good time, you know, like I said, my friends were there, like, I mean, I had like a crush on this girl, and she was there, and we were having a good time, like talking and stuff like that, so
Right.
it wasn't like, I mean, I would say it was good time.
So, did you feel like there was a pressure to drink?
I mean, there was a pressure to drink at all of the parties. Like my friends they offered me drinks at all 3. But, you know, I think that our session last time really helped me a lot, and like helped me like see, you know, I mean, made me like a little stronger against peer pressure even, and so at the first party I think I was like, okay, not like, I went into the mindset like, I'm definitely not gonna drink tonight, I'm not gonna do anything tonight, like I'm just gonna try and have fun without it. And then the second one, I think it was mostly you know, Ashley being there, you know. I think that was the biggest thing, because like my friends offered me drinks and stuff like that, you know, like probably the first 20 minutes, and I was like, no, I can't, like, and then she got there, and I was just kind of like, okay, like, you know, helped me loosen up a little bit around her and stuff like that.
So then you were feeling nervous.
Right. I was Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but you know, it's always just easier to get a little liquid courage when you want to talk to someone.
So using the liquid courage is how you acted out in the past. That's what you're familiar with.
Right, for sure. I mean, if you ever want to, if you're ever somewhere and you want to talk to like a girl, if you're at like a bar or something, you get a drink, you buy her a drink, and that's the easiest way to kind of talk to her. So, I don't know. And you're kind of, from my experiences, your inhibitions are less, and you can speak your mind more freely, I guess, without, the repercussions. You can just be like, I was drunk, sorry.
Okay. So it sort of excuses possibly any poor behavior.
Right, like, a few months ago, it was after I'd been hanging out with some friends, and we went to the movies, and afterwards we grabbed some drinks, and we went back to my friend's house, and I just like crashed through his front window in his house, not like with my car, like with my body. We were inside, and I smashed the window, and I was like, the next morning we woke up, and like I had some cuts on me, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I only had to get like 8 stitches.
Wow,
And
that sounds like a really incredible experience, and I'd like to come back to that. But if you don't mind, I wanted to revisit this last week at the party. How do you feel Ashley would have responded if you hadn't been drinking?
On that, I don't really know. Like, I assume she would have been okay with it. I mean, she doesn't know about all this, like, we're not like dating or anything like that, or we just met like about a month ago, so, but I don't think she would have, I think it was more for me than, maybe it was me wanting to appease her, but I think that it was more to help me get like, help me, like I said, like the liquid courage thing. I think if I had said no, she would have been okay with it. I mean, I don't know if she still would have like hung out with me that night and stuff like that, but.
But you may not have been ready to explain to her why you weren't partaking in the drinking and stuff like that.
Right, like I definitely didn't want to tell her about that. I mean, we've only known each other a month, and that's not something I would want dropped on me after a month. Okay. Especially, I mean, like I said, we just talked a couple times. Like, it's not like serious.
Right. So, you said that during the party, when you were drinking, and I asked you how you felt, you said that you felt loosened up and, more relaxed and stuff like that. How did you feel after the party was over, reflecting back on the drinking?
I knew it was a dumb idea. Like, I knew that wasn't smart of me. I think that's why I didn't drink at the next party. I mean, like the next morning I woke up and I was just like, why did I do that? Like, if I was gonna do that night, why didn't I just drink at the first party on Monday? Why would I even not drink on Friday? What's the point of
not doing it some parties and then doing
it
at others?
Right. So it just didn't even make sense to me to. That's why I decided, I was like, well, I should just try and not drink anymore now. I'm not trying to get into more trouble or anything like that. Just.
So how do you think things are going in your quest for sobriety?
Better. I mean, right? It's gotta be. That's like the first time I ever really was like, no, I don't want. Like I turned the peer pressure away of my friends.
And how did that make you feel?
I mean, like it kind of bothered me a little bit just because they gave me a hard time about it for, you know, they gave me a hard time about it for a little while, but then like my best friend Joey growing up, like we've been friends for the longest out of everybody. He like had my back more. Like he gave me a little bit of a hard time, but then he had my back and was like told everyone to leave me alone about it. And if they were in the same situation, they would probably do the same, just because of, you know. I mean, like he still, you know, gave me a hard time about it at first.
But it still made you feel that you had a real good friend there with Joey since he took your back.
Right, he had my back, and like him, like I go to him with anything, you know, and like we talked about it, and like he says he really just wants what's best for me. Like I mean, he likes to have fun. Don't get me wrong. So he's still gonna have fun, but he just says he wants what's best for me. I don't expect him to stop doing the things that he likes to do though, just for us to like hang out. Cause I mean like, he smokes weed and, you know, stuff like that. Gets with lots of girls all the time.
So basically, he's still doing the stuff that you were doing before you were making a quest to stay sober.
Right.
So it sounds like, you know, you've made some progress then, even over this last week. If I were to have you put it on a scale of how your drinking is now compared to how it was in the past with, 1, you're totally sober, you're going to your meetings and you got it all together, to 10, you're out of control, drinking all the time, your life revolves around drinking, where would you rank where you are right now?
Like the past is in like last week?
Mm-hmm.
Or the past is in like...
Or even today?
I mean, I'm doing a lot better now. I would say that like a 5 right in the middle, I guess.
Well, good. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. It sounds like you feel like you've made real strides, because last week you were at like an 8 or a 9, somewhere in there.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that could change though easily. I don't want it to. Like go backwards, you know, going backwards, I don't know. I just put myself in these positions to where I'm tempted, you know. I don't know. I probably shouldn't, but I just, you know, it's what the people I know do, and so that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, at least you're recognizing though that maybe not putting yourself in those situations, you know, you're able to see that now, whereas before you weren't able to see that at all. But, well, we've got a couple minutes left with our session. Is there anything else that you'd like to discuss before next week?
I don't know. My mom got really mad at me for drinking the other day. Because I mean, I went home and she could tell, she knows. And, you know, she just wants what's best for me. But it just made me really angry, because she just doesn't understand what I'm going through.
So you might feel that she's not recognizing the strides that you have made?
Yeah. Definitely that. Because she just, I don't know. She just wants it to all be over, so she just wants it to be me to be basically perfect.
And how's that making you feel?
frustrated because, like I said, she doesn't know what I'm going through.
Do you think it would be beneficial if we were to bring her in here one day and maybe sit
No.
down? No?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want that to happen.
Well, maybe over the next, couple weeks as you keep making strides in your sobriety, she'll see these little changes and will be able to appreciate how much work and heart, all the effort that you've been putting into it.
Okay, I'll try that.
And I mean, the fact that you didn't drink at the most recent party shows that, you're able to see that you don't want to continue to partake in that behavior. Good, Bruce. Well, I think that wraps it up for today. And
Thank you.
all right, I guess I'll go ahead and walk you out.
Okay, awesome.